What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to my new video. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how much it costs to run my car. But just before we get into it, I just wanted to say thank you for all the support so far. But a lot of you that are watching my videos haven't subscribed yet. So take a quick second to go hit that subscribe button below and let's get straight into it. Let's start off with some basic expenses. As a UK driver, I'm legally obliged to pay road tax, so I'm paying £265 on this car. Coming from a 320D, I was paying £30, so you can imagine how much of a big jump it is. And so when I was actually looking to buy this car, I was obviously looking at the 240i as well. And the reason I was looking at the 240i was because of the B58 engine. It had a bit more power, less emissions, which also meant less road tax. And guess what? You pay £140 on a 240i. It's almost half as much as what I'm paying on this car. So it's definitely a bonus. But unfortunately, one major factor put me off that 240i, and that's insurance. And I know a lot of you are going to be wondering how much I'm paying on this car. So just before I get onto that, I have to, highlight that insurance, there are a lot of factors affecting it. How long you've been driving for, the number of no-claim bonuses, where you live, and what kind of car it is. So it's going to vary from person to person. But I'm a 23-year-old and I've been driving since I was 17 and I've racked up about 4 years of no-claim bonuses. So I'm paying about 1.3k on this car, which in my opinion is not too bad. The aim is to hopefully get that down to, I'd say, less than 1k. That is the ultimate goal, really. Once you hit that 25-year-old mark, insurance tends to drop down quite a bit, and you're allowed to drive like performance cars. So now let's talk about maintenance. First things first, MOT. I pay £50 on MOT. It's an annual expense, not too bad, and you have to do it. So that's that. And now service. Luckily, when I bought this car, it just went through its major service, which was the spark plugs. It also had its oil service done too. So I saved quite a lot of money in that aspect, but in general, I pay about £200 on service, which in my opinion is not too bad. And these cars do need to be maintained, especially if you're driving it like I do, riding it around everywhere. Whilst we're on the topic of service, I have to add that I do my oil service changes myself. So compared to most people who probably do it once a year or once every 10,000 miles, I like to do mine every 6-7k. So in terms of the oil filter, it's about £6 to £7, and I buy 5 litres worth of oil, which costs me about £60. So I'm looking at £70. And because I do the labour myself, it's free of charge. Whereas if you take it to a garage or a mechanic, they'll probably be charging you about £40 for labour. And now for the one you've all been waiting for, fuel. Right, I don't even know where to begin with this. In all honesty, I live at the petrol station and I'm paying about, £45 to £50 on a full tank, which is not too bad considering most car owners have bigger tanks and they're paying about £75, and I get a 300-mile range. So they're getting similar ranges too, so it's not too bad in my opinion. So let's head over to the car and we'll see what I'm averaging in terms of miles per gallon. So I'm getting an average of 22.4 miles per gallon, which is not too bad considering I'm only doing city driving right now. On the motorways, I get about 28 to 30 on average. And obviously I do drive to the speed limit, as you should be doing too. But saying that, I did do an experiment one time. On a 2-hour motorway journey, I averaged 38 miles per gallon on Eco Pro. So, I doubt I'll ever meet those figures again. But, 22 on average is not too bad. Usually I sit around 23, 24 as a whole, because I do a mix of motorway and city driving. But right now I'm only doing city driving, so it's a bit on the low end. So the one last expense is tyres. So these tyres I bought brand new when I bought these new rims. So originally I had Michelin Pilot Sports on. Don't get me wrong, they're great tyres, extremely grippy and fun. But I had a certain budget I wanted to meet when I bought these new rims. So I decided to go for these Goodyear's Eagle F1 ASIMs. And in all honesty, they are exciting and comfortable. In comparison to the Michelins, they're not as grippy, but I've definitely enjoyed driving in them. And I got these, you know, a full set of tyres for £350, which is not too bad in my opinion. So if you're looking at, you know, tyres, I definitely recommend either Michelins or Goodyears. Hope you guys enjoyed that rundown of my expenses. So my anniversary for owning this beauty is coming up, and I'll be doing my 1-year ownership review soon. So make sure you keep an eye out on that. Do the usual, like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.